Hey guys, David here, and welcome to Digital Outlook. Guys, what an amazing day we've had here in XRP. Watching XRP literally fire off above 250, and on top of that, the news that's coming out about Evernorth, backed by Ripple, guys looking to list on NASDAQ because of a merger with Armada. Guys, this kind of stuff, it just does not happen in a vacuum. And of course, we're talking about these guys. Evernorth is going to be doing the SPAC to get that $1 billion worth of XRP. Now, I think this could go one of two ways for us. Number one, it could create a big demand and, of course, a supply shock. You will go out there and buy 1 billion XRP off the open market. You are taking a chunk out of circulation, aren't you? Now, that right there, along with the ETFs, could cause a major supply shock. But the other flip side of the coin, and we have to think about this, guys, is you could also be controlling price movement, can't you? You could. And this is where, you got to be thinking, okay, is this a good play, or is it going to be something other than what we expect? Of course, we're all hoping that they're just out there building an XRP reserve. And I think we could very well see a lot of corporations going out there and building an XRP reserve because of how XRP and its utility is going to be used in this new digital economy. But in the meantime, can you imagine, do you think that they want to get the least amount that they can get for their $1 billion, or the most XRP they can get for their $1 billion? And of course, that may present big time opportunity. Guys, most of us can't be whales, that's for sure. But like I love to say, I don't follow their advice, I follow their behavior, and I stack my pennies next to their dollars. And I am thinking that we could see a situation, number one, that they could literally cause the thing to pump. And second to that, guys, when it comes down and the pressure that's applied, because of course, they're going to be out there wanting to get the most that they can for their dollars, hey, we could see some big opportunities coming forward in the future. That's kind of how I think about it. Now, I don't necessarily think it's going to be in that order. I think they're going to actually kind of bring it down as much as they can, and then they're going to fire that thing up. Do you think that once they got their bags filled, that they're not going to want to pump the dickens out of it? That's how I believe. I mean, look at you and I. We get out there, we try to accumulate the most we can for the best price as possible. Now, once we've reached those accumulation goals, what do we want to see? Wow, we want to see some major price appreciation, don't we? Well, guys, I'm going to tell you something. The same thing with these major institutions, and you're talking about $1 billion appetite. And I don't think this is going to be the only special purpose acquisition company, that's what SPAC stands for, that is going to come about. I think we're going to see more than one, and they are going to start sucking that XRP right out of this retail marketplace. And I'm going to tell you guys, that supply shock is going to blow people away. And the price of XRP, I really do believe we could see some major numbers now. Could be into the high double digits or even the low 3 digits before the end of the year. That's my expectation. That's kind of how we're looking to see whether or not we could see these numbers. Now, like I said, guys, Judy and I, we're prepared to ride this thing all the way to zero, that downward pressure, because of what we believe XRP is. But I'll tell you, as it's firing off and it's going up there, double digits, high double digits, 3 digits, 4 digits, and if we even see 5 digits, I'm going to tell you what, right now, we're going to be achieving goals. We are going to be achieving goals. That is exactly right. Life is going to change, and it's going to change for so many people. And this is where, for us, look, now's the chance. This is the opportunity. It's in these moments that we literally get to see the opportunity to gobble up XRP at a time when most people are not even thinking about it, and you got all kinds of FUD. They are poo-pooing it galore. That is the time that you want to buy. Guys, do you know when most retail gets in? When it's way, way, way up here. Yep, that's when they wake up and they decide, oh, I guess I better get some. Look at gold. That's a perfect example. We have watched the price of gold being suppressed for decades. Now that it's fired off into these new all-time highs, they are literally lining up around the block to buy it. And that's what it's going to be like for XRP. for all these people saying, oh, it's not going anywhere, they're not going to do nothing with it, on, and all the FUD, and no one has any interest in it, I'll tell you what, when it fires off and it gets up to some numbers and they can see, hey, it is going to be used, this potential is going to be absolutely astronomical. Guys, they are going to be going trick-or-treating and they're going to fill up their pillowcases as full as they can with XRP. That is what usually goes down. Guys, I'm going to tell you, the best way to think about your investments is, of course, the old adage of buying low and selling high. Just like Warren Buffett will say, hey, when people get fearful, he gets greedy. It's when they get greedy that he gets fearful. And you got to start thinking like that. Don't let yourself get played, as I like to say, by the psychology of this market. Because we have literally witnessed some major milestones for XRP. And the psychology of the market has literally wiped people out. And some people, by the way, that have been in this space for a very long time are capitulating their positions because they're looking at just, hey, the day-to-day price action. What's that little chart doing, this and that? And forgetting about all of the fundamentals and some of the best fundamentals that you could see for any asset, as far as I'm concerned, in any asset class. XRP is the only digital asset, get this, with that regulatory clarity. And they did not have to wait and get it approved under a Clarity Act. Nope, they got it by the court. The federal court ruled XRP in and of itself is not a security, of course. On top of that, you've got all of this institutional interest and demand for these exchange-traded products. You've got all that. You're looking at an asset that can tokenize real-world assets like securities, like ETFs, and on and on. And some of the biggest names in these markets, like Larry Fink, are out there championing the whole cause of tokenization for real world assets. You cannot make this kind of stuff up, guys. It's literally happening right before our very eyes. We are seeing a shift into this new digital economy. And you could, and I pray that you don't, but you could very well miss it. Why? Because you're looking at the forest and you're missing it through the trees. That's why you want to get out there and spend what you need, time, energy, effort, whatever, to really find out what's going on and to build that conviction down in here. Guys, some big things are going on, and I think it is going to be monumental. And this whole idea where you got, Evernorth going out there, and they are going to register on the NASDAQ, guys, so that they can go out there raising funds to buy $1 billion worth of XRP. That right there is a monumental tell of where we're going. I'll tell you what. So guys, until later on, actually tomorrow, because Judy and I are just on our way back home after being out with friends and that. And by the way, friends in this community that we have got to know, went out and had an amazing dinner with them, and just an amazing, people that we get to meet in this space. Absolutely phenomenal. And just to give a shout out to Rich and Carrie, guys, we love you so much and really appreciated the time we got to spend together today. That is for sure. So I'll tell you what, guys, until tomorrow's coffee chat, have a fabulous one and take care.